Hi, I'm Steven. I'm a postdoc at Ghent University, or at least I was a postdoc when I left. I'm in the area of biotechnology and more specifically computational biology. And I decided to go to Berkeley to study with Mike Eisen, who is like one of the hotshots there working on Drosophila research. And I wanted to go specifically there because of him, actually. My background is more computational in nature, and I actually work in a plant institute, which has nothing to do with flies, fruit flies. But I wanted like a change of organism. I wanted to work on something else for a change, and that's why I went to Berkeley. Well, actually, the way I did it was just go there, and I visited a couple of labs that interested me, and then I just picked one. And I asked whether he was interested to receive me or not, and well, he said yes. And then I started looking for money, basically. Yeah, I just had to look for money to live on. I didn't have to pay any fees. There was a requirement, however, to earn at least, I think, $30,000. That was a minimum wage that you had to have in order to be admitted to Berkeley. So basically, my main contributor was the Fund for Scientific Research, Flanders. But because I took my wife and my kids, I was afraid that that was not going to be enough. So I kind of searched for extra funding through Fulbright and then also through the Belgian American Educational Foundation. I got honorary fellowships from both Fulbright and the BAEF, but it turned out that the FWO money was actually enough to live from, and I'm very grateful to Fulbright specifically for taking care of my visa, because well, with the visa everything went smoothly, but I think when I wouldn't have had the Fulbright scholarship, taking care of my visa and the visa for my wife and for my kids would have been a nightmare. So I am the recipient of an honorary Fulbright fellowship, which basically means that I didn't get any money, I just got the title, let's say, but that's a very valuable thing because they take care of your visa requirements. So all the visa were provided and sponsored by Fulbright. There is also I think medical insurance attached, well, there's obviously also the title itself, which has a certain value, because when I got there in Berkeley and I told people I was a Fulbright scholar, basically they tended to take me more seriously because of this. So I took my wife and my kids to California, and well, that requires some extra planning. Obviously. So my wife didn't work in California. She basically took care of the kids who were by that time, the youngest was not even 2 years old. The oldest one was 4. So we spent a lot of time looking for schools for the oldest one, to put her in kindergarten, to make sure that the house that we lived in was big enough for everybody. One of the things I was afraid for in the beginning was that my wife was not really gonna like it because she didn't really have a job there, so her job was to take care of the kids, basically. So I was a bit afraid that she would kind of miss home and miss her friends and family, or miss having something to do during the day. But actually that turned out very well. So she had a lot of fun taking care of the kids. She basically homeschooled the oldest one because we couldn't really afford sending her to kindergarten for full time. So she went to kindergarten 3 half days a week, and the rest of the time she spent at home. But it turned out very well, and basically my wife is the one who, of both of us, who wants to go back most. Well, I want to go back too, but she as well, and I didn't really expect that. Ik heb een geweldige tijd gehad in Amerika. Ik zou op elk moment het opnieuw willen doen. Het was een fantastische ervaring. Ik denk dat het mij uit een soort sleur getrokken heeft die ik hier had. En zeker mijn horizon verbreed heeft en mij een beetje doen denken heeft over de manier waarop ik van alles doe. Niet alleen professioneel, maar ook persoonlijk. En ik ben er zeker beter van geworden.